So today I'm going to go through 5 tips to help you relax after school or after exams. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to another Ginger Mathematician video where I'm going to go through my 5 key tips to relax after school or after exams. So I'm going to get to it right now. So number 1 is to change your sleep schedule, but not too much. So I'm going to go through that very briefly now. So one of the worst things that you can do after you finish school or after you finished exams is to stay up until 2 in the morning playing computer games or whatever, and then waking up at 9 or 10 o'clock. It's one of the worst things that you can do. You want to reward yourself for finishing exams, completing school, but at the same time you still want to use your time effectively. So instead of waking up, say, at 7 o'clock in the morning, you can give yourself a line until 8 o'clock in the morning. Because if you just try and sleep and say, I'm going to catch up on sleep, I just want to sleep through the holidays. Again, it's one of the worst things you can do. What you'll just end up doing is sleeping your time away like this. So what you need to do is get a schedule in place. So make sure you're having breakfast in the morning. Make sure you've got a rough plan for today. So what you're going to do and what you're going to use, they say 6, 7, 8 weeks for. That's really, really important, as that's going to follow into my next 4 points. Okay, and that leads into point number 2. So pursue a hobby and pursue it seriously. So for example, if you've seen some of my streams before, I like to play chess. That's one of my main hobbies. So as you can see, I do take it quite seriously. Let's get this bishop in a better position. And this is something that you can do as well with your hobbies. So whether you like going go-karting, whether you like climbing, walking, okay, find some resources out there from good experts. See what they do differently and see if you can adopt that as well. And it's even worth paying money for as well. So say you've got a course out there you're really interested in terms of go-karting, then take that course for a week, 2 weeks, and then really try and improve on your hobby. Okay, it gives you that real sense of satisfaction when you come back from summer holidays or when you come back and start revising at school as well. So really find a hobby and take it seriously. And my next point is really linked to what I've mentioned just now. So my point number 3 is exercise. Do some kind of exercise in that break after exams or after school. It's really important to keep fit and keep healthy. This also supports your hobby, so if you're fit and healthy and alert, you'll get better at your hobbies faster as well. So one thing I did a couple of years ago, I think now, is I actually did a 0 to 10k series. Again, you can see that right over here on the video, so if you're interested, have a look. But you could do something similar as well to really motivate yourself. Or even better, get into a group and you can motivate each other. Again, I did a similar video with my colleagues just there as well. So do exercise, it's good for you, it will keep you healthy and alert, and it'll make all the other points I'm going to mention much, much easier. And my point number 4 is probably one of the hardest to accomplish, but to switch off. So switch off some of those social media things that you look at and read. So give yourself the opportunity to read, and there's lots of different things out there. You can read non-fictions, you can read about politics and current affairs, things like this, or you can read some fiction and really use it to just relax and take your mind into somewhere else completely different. So, for example, here, I'll show you the book that I'm reading here. I'm currently reading Crisscross by James Patterson, one of the Atlas Cross novels. This is really good fun to read. This is something I can just sit and read and just take in the atmosphere as well of the book. So this is one thing I really do recommend to do. You'll see lots of statistics out there. I'll put a link just over here where reading can actually improve not just your math scores, your English scores, your exam scores in the future, but your overall well-being as well. So I really recommend taking this point really seriously. Number 4, just get out there and read. And number 5 is a much more practical point, is in that week before you go back to your normal studying, whether that's university, school, or anything else, in that week before, then try and take 1 hour a day to then start doing a little bit of studying. So take something you did last year. Maths is great for this. and just go through your notes from last year. Try and find your old books, for example, and just go through and refresh yourself. Be amazed, even just doing 1 hour a day in that week before you go back to school, that gives you an extra 5 hours on people that haven't looked at these things, and it will make yourself much fresher when you then hit those courses that you do or hit school in September. So I really do recommend have a look through your books, have a look through your notes, and make sure you're really ready for the new year as you go into it. Okay, so those are my 5 key tips. Number 1, you need to make sure you change your sleep schedule to something sensible so you can use the time effectively. Number 2, pursue a hobby and take it seriously, and it'll really make you feel good on the inside by being able to achieve something through the holidays. Number 3, exercise. Again, that links in with pretty much all the points I've mentioned here. You'll feel better for it. Make sure you get out there, get running, get cycling. Number 4, switch off and read. So give yourself a chance to read, even if it's an hour a day or a couple of hours a day. It will really help just to properly switch off from all that studying you've done. And last of all, number 5, in that week before you come back to school, make sure you do a little bit of study just to get yourself warmed up for the day. If you think I've missed any points, then please do mention it down in the comments below. I really do appreciate all the support that you do in the comments, and I really do take them on board for future videos. All right, bye-bye for now.